Well, everybody, it's me again, your host, Izzy. Today, Sunday, January 11th, the Buffalo Bills went down to Jacksonville, down to Duval, and put it on the Jaguars. Winning for the first time with Josh Allen and Sean McDermott in an away playoff game in enemy territory, and we're going to do it two more times to get to the Super Bowl, most likely, unless the Chargers give the AFC Championship game. They prove they can do it against the best rushing defense in the NFL. The Buffalo Bills went out there and toppled the hottest team in football, the scariest team in the AFC. Let's talk about it. Welcome, everybody. It's me, your host, Izzy, right here on the Built in Buffalo YouTube, X, and Facebook channels. Man, what a game that was. That was an awesome game. If you weren't having a dang heart attack in that fourth quarter, I don't know who was. Look, all of the games so far this postseason have been excellent. Bears, Packers, last night went to the freaking wire. Game before that, I forget who it was. It was also in the NFC. Rams and the Panthers went down to the wire, 34-31. The Panthers had already beaten the Rams earlier in the season. It looked like they were going to do it again. They were down 14-0 or 14-3, something like that, and then they came back. Then they took the lead, and the Rams took the lead, and then they took the lead. And every single playoff game so far has been like that. These playoffs are freaking lit. But today, it's all about
the Bills make me wanna shout, kick your heels up and shout, throw your hands up and shout, throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Say you will.
Shout it right now, baby.
Say you will.
Come on, come on.
Say you will.
Come on and shout.
Say you will.
Yeah.
Shout.
Buffalo's happening now.
Shout.
We're on the move now.
Shout.
The Bills are happening now.
Shout.
They're making it happen now.
Shout.
We got the spirit,
Shout.
a lot of spirit, yeah.
Shout.
We got the spirit.
Shout.
Just watch it happen now. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo.
The Bills make me wanna
Shout.
go. I am so freaking pumped today, guys. What a game. What a game. Oh, man, these playoffs. Look, if you're not a fan of the teams that are in the playoffs, but you're a football fan, you're just a plain old, hey, even though my team's not in there, or even if your team lost yesterday or whatever it is, these playoffs have been great. They've been great. This is probably one of the best playoffs I've ever seen thus far. Cannot wait till next week. I can't wait till the next couple games. We have 3 games today. The Niners play against the Eagles. I think that starts like now. And then tonight, one of the other AFC games, the Patriots versus the Chargers, which will determine who we play next week. Because if the Chargers win, they go to play the Broncos, and we will play the winner of Houston versus Pittsburgh. If Patriots win, we go to Denver. And then the New England Patriots will have to play Houston or Pittsburgh, whoever wins that game. I know a lot of people are thinking that it's going to be Houston, and I'd be lying if I didn't say Houston was the favorite in that game. But you just never know, dude. Like, you just never know, because the Steelers' defense is pretty for real, too, especially now T.J. Watt's back from that injury. The Bills have a true gauntlet to go to, as does every team, though, right? Like, if the Jags won today, they would have had to play the 2 seed, or they are the 2 seed. No, they're the 3 seeds. So if New England won, Jags have to play New England, right? Both of those teams are excellent teams. Or if the Jags won today and the Chargers won, the Jags will play Houston or Pittsburgh. Like, the playoffs this year have like one cupcake team per conference. For the NFC, it was the Panthers. For the AFC, it's the Steelers. And the Panthers gave the Rams everything they could handle, and some. My man Kim Boomhauer comes in. What a game, indeed, Kim. Cooks was what we have been hoping for today. Exactly. And it took him a few games to get used to, the playbook and how Josh likes to throw the ball. Clutch today. Love it. Brandon Cooks, James Cooks, don't matter. Buffalo Bills cooking in the playoffs. Let's go. Say good evening, Sandra. Welcome back as always. Joseph A. Brayerton Jr. What's up, man? Welcome back to the show. Loyal to Royal 754. Poor Gabe, indeed. Man, that dude can't catch a break in that stadium. Jesus. Hope for a speedy recovery for Gabe Davis. I hope the next year we keep him around. We put him, on IR or whatever it is, or on the PUP list next year, and he can chill there until he heals up, and then we can bring him back on the practice squad or something and see how everything goes from there. If there's a spot for him, because I think the Bills may look into keeping Brandon Cooks for one more year. Then you go draft a rookie wide receiver, first 3 rounds, right? The first 3 rounds to me is wide receiver, edge rusher, linebacker. That's it. Those are my desires for those picks there. I know we just took Landon Jackson. Don't care. Can never have too many edge rushers. And having guys, like Bosa come back is going to be hard. We're not super pressed for money next year, but we are on the line, and moves can be made, but we'll see what happens. But man, poor Gabe Davis. I hope he's okay. I hope he, recovers well. It was the same knee as he, busted up last year. What an ending to the game, Cole Bishop. Cole Bishop coming up big in his second year. Thank you, Jordan Poyer, for helping this young man find his way. He needed a mentor. He got a mentor. He's out there lighting it up. And Tre'Davious White with that tip at the end to get Cole Bishop in position to make that interception. Let's freaking go. See, they were testing my bypass surgery recovery today. Yes, sir. I haven't had it, but, I might need it tomorrow. Shoot, after this. See, I never doubted. No, I didn't either, but, I knew we could lose, but I never doubted that we would win. I knew that we would win. Like, we just have the experience. Not only do we have the experience, but we have Josh freaking Allen. Josh had 0 turnovers today, as he tends to do in the playoffs. Josh had 3 touchdowns today, as he tends to do in the playoffs. Let's go. See, let's go, Buffalo, baby. Woo! Let's go. See, now we need to win the next one. Exactly. We need to find out what the next one is first, and we'll know that by tomorrow. Or tonight. We might know by tonight. If the Patriots win, we know we're going to Denver. So that's flat out. So tonight, we'll maybe know. See, never doubt. That's right. Go Bills with the Louisiana go. Izzy, have you heard shouted out by D. Will? I think I have, but if not, send me a link in here, and I'll check it out. So, yeah, I knew we would win today. Those are Bills. Go Bills. Let's go. Yeah, I was going to ask you what you think they're going to do in the draft, or are they going to go wide receiver heavy? I think they're going to take a wide receiver within the first 3 rounds. I'd prefer in the first 2 rounds, but it really depends on where these wide receivers fall. But if we get a nice little wide receiver there in round 1, I wouldn't be mad. There's a few linebackers that I really do like. I hope that's round 2, and then round 3, go after another edge rusher, maybe a Hoyt type of guy, a Bosa type of guy, big guy if you can find one. But I mean, you also can't really be specific in the 3rd round. A lot of the good guys have been gone by then. And saying a Bosa kind of guy is tough because he's a top 10 pick in the draft. He was first overall, I think, by the Chargers. So that's a tough ask. We'll see. See, that 10-yard tush push was dope. It was dope as hell. And I'm glad that he didn't get in, so that way Jacksonville had to. And then when they get on the field, they had to rush. Like they were pressing. Trevor Lawrence clearly was like, oh shoot, okay, I have a minute to get us down the field, and to get in the field goal range. And this guy, he's known for being able to kick a 68-yarder, but he missed a 54 today. So I got to get as close to that end zone as I can. Panicked, threw the ball, tipped by Trey White, intercepted. Let's go. Defense won us the game. Come on now. Give the offense their due, baby. Give the offense their due. Josh Allen threw for 273 today. The offense running the ball was not there, and a lot of people thought that it wouldn't be. I thought we would be more successful against them on the ground, but I was wrong. We only averaged 3 yards per carry on 26 carries for 79 yards, but we did have 2 touchdowns on the ground by Josh Allen. Right? And Khalil Shakir went off today when it came to volume, right? Khalil Shakir had 12 catches on 12 targets for 82 yards. Like, the offense was doing its thing. We used Khalil Shakir down the field a little bit, too. Granted, most of his stuff was, in the flats, but come on, man. Give him a little credit. Give him a little credit. Ray Davis almost lost us the game with that fumble, but, defense did what they had to do. So, yeah, what a game that was indeed. Michael DeBella. And what's good, Ike? See, Josh is a damn animal. I love the way all these analysts doubted the Bills. Hey, Bill Cowher didn't. That dude called it. He said the Bills for the win. Let's see. Both sides won us the game. There you go. Let's go, Joseph. Go Buffalo Bills. Indeed. Let's go Bills. I'm not doubting this team the rest of the way in this playoffs. Like, we can beat Jacksonville. We can beat any of these teams. Let's just be real. The Jacksonville Jaguars were the boogeyman of these playoffs. And we went out there and we handled it. They smoked Denver, right? They smoked Denver. We played Denver in the playoffs last year. They had the best pass rushing defense last year. We beat them 40 to something. Not really worried about Denver. I hope we play Denver. Go to their house in their snow and show them that, no big deal. See, no INT. Yeah, no interceptions for Josh. Josh didn't fumble the ball. He was efficient. He was effective. We're going to go over the statistics in a minute, but I just want to make sure I go through you guys' comments here. Remember, Sandra, YouTube. What's wrong? All right, so we're going to look at these stats. 31-7. Okay, there we go. I know it was 40-something, like almost 40 points scored, but not quite. 31-7. That's a beating. All right, so in this game, Trevor Lawrence was 18 of 30 for 207, 3 tutties, 2 picks. Shaq Thompson got a pick. Cole Bishop got a pick. Both of those interceptions were based off pressure coming from the defensive line. And Trevor Lawrence made mistakes. Those balls were intercepted. The first one allowed the Bills to get down the field and take the lead. The second one allowed the Buffalo Bills to close the freaking game. Trevor Lawrence was only sacked 1 time by Greg Rousseau today. He only lost 2 yards on that sack. His passer rating was 86.4. Josh Allen was 28 of 35, slanging that damn rock. Trevor Lawrence averaged 6.9 per pass. Josh Allen, 7.8. 1 touchdown pass. 1 sack. He only sacked 1 time for 12 yards. Passer rating of 108.7. Rushing. The Jaguars got us some rushing. Right? We got them in passing. They got us in rushing. They put up 154 yards on the ground. 10 carries for 67 yards by Travis Etienne. 4 for Bayshul Tootin for 51. He was averaging like 12.8, but then he got hurt. And they also got away from the run. I don't know what happened there, but they decided to stop running the ball. And it might have cost them the game. Trevor Lawrence, 6 carries, 31 yards, 5.2 per carry. LaQuint Allen. Look, I'm not a Jaguars fan at all, but LaQuint Allen played at Syracuse. That's my guy right there. I hope he has a good NFL career, but, you're on the wrong team, homie. You're on the wrong team. Parker Washington, he had two carries, 2 yards, 1 yard per carry, for a total of 154 yards, 23 carries, 6.7 yards per carry, and the longest carry they had today was 26 yards. 0 touchdowns on the ground. The Bills bent but didn't break in the run game. Now, through the air. Parker Washington was their star, and there was a guy here last week, I forget who it was, that was telling me that Parker Washington was his guy. That he was on his favorite college team, and that we didn't have guys who could guard him. And in the first half, that was correct, but in the first half, that was incorrect. But in the second half, Parker Washington went off, and dude had 7 catches for 107 yards and a touchdown. His longest catch was 34, but that was 7 catches on 12 targets. So in the first half, we shut that dude down. In the second half, he decided to tell us to hold his beer, and we had no choice. We were holding that beer. Travis Etienne, 5 receptions for 49. Now, this is where the problem is for the Jaguars. When your first receiver is a receiver, but your second best receiver in the game is a not wide receiver, and you're not the Buffalo Bills because, we run through tight ends and running backs, it's a problem. Not everybody can do what Josh Allen does. Trevor Lawrence, same, prototypical build and same, physical size, basically, and good arm strength, similar to Josh's, but he's not Josh between the ears yet. He's got time to develop into that, but he's not there. Travis Etienne, 5 catches, 49 yards and a touchdown. Brian Thomas Jr., 2 catches, 21 yards and a touchdown. Jacoby Myers, 1 catch, 12 yards. LaQuint Allen, 1 catch, 9 yards. Brent Strange, 2 catches, 9 yards. Tim Patrick, 1 target, 0 catches, 0 yards. And 207 total receiving yards on the day for those guys. The Bills spread the ball out quite a bit. If you look at the Jaguars, they only targeted 7 different receivers. The Buffalo Bills targeted 9. Shakir, Cooks, Coleman, Knox, Kincaid, Shavers, Davis, Gore, Cook. So, 9 different receivers. And Dalton Kincaid had the touchdown. It was in the fourth quarter. It was what helped set up this back and forth at the end there. Khalil Shakir had 12 catches on 12 targets for 82 yards. We already said that before, but just to reiterate since we're going over the statistics. Brandon Cooks, 3 catches, 58 yards. That 36-yard bomb that he caught from Josh was magnificent. Keon Coleman had 1 catch, and he did his damn job on this reception. Keon Coleman, we need you to do your damn job more often so we can regain some faith in you. And so when we do draft another wide receiver next year, you can be part of the future plans, even if you're just the number 2 receiver. And then the other guy becomes the number 1, and then Khalil Shakir can be the slot guy. If you get your shit together, your shit could be good. You could be, somebody that we want to be here. I want you to be here still, Keon. I want you to go out there, do your damn job, grow up a little bit, be at your practices and your meetings on time, because you can play, clearly. You're showing you can play, so keep that up. Dawson Knox, 3 catches for 30 yards. Dalton Kincaid, 3 catches, 28 yards and a tutty. Tyrell Shavers, 1 catch, 14 yards. Gabe Davis, 2 catches, 14 yards. Heel up Gabe. Frank Gore Jr., 1 catch for 6 yards. James Cook, 2 catches, 5 yards. They were all over James Cook today. They were not letting him beat them. They went out there and said, if we're going to lose this game, Josh Allen is going to have to be the one that puts boots to ass. And I know that a lot of people, talk about BTA and it's belt to ass. I'm an Army boy, man. In the Army, we don't put belts to ass. Our belts are made of fabric, right? They're like woven. They're meant to hold, magazines and water canteens, and they're not meant to be leather because eventually the leather wears out. No, for us it's boots to ass. The Buffalo Bills put boots to ass today. Not like beating them senseless, but that's what happened. They tried to out-physical us. They tried to bully us. They tried to hurt Josh. Not like unintentionally injure him, but they were physical with him, trying to knock him out the damn game. I don't want to put anything malicious on them, like they were trying to go after Josh and headhunt like the Saints back in 2008. No, but they were definitely laying licks on Josh Allen to try and get him off his game or get him out the game, and it didn't work. They tried to bully the bully, and on those 4th downs where we needed that first down, Josh Allen came through, got those, and bullied them, manhandled them. That's what we do here. So let's go. Playoffs, Josh is a different beast. It is. Even if he's hurt, he doesn't give a damn. You're gonna have to injure me or kill me to get me out this damn game. Like, I'm gonna have to be injured and can't walk. Hit his hand on Osiris Torrance' helmet. Ooh, the rest of the game. Still chucking that rock. See, I'm here. I like Facebook better because you can reply directly to others. I feel you, but the view on YouTube helps. If you just drop a like, you can go back to Facebook. It's okay. I still love you. See, he got hurt in the first half. Yeah. I'm talking about Parker. He did get hurt in the first half, but 12 targets, 7 receptions. Still shut him down. Kim, I'm glad they are able to get the dub. Take deep breaths. Take the deep breaths. Just Goose Fraba or Wusa, whichever movie, Bad Boys 2 or Anger Management, whichever one you want to, conjure up for this right here. But back to the stats, baby. Fumbles. Ray Davis fumbled once, he lost it. Jaguars didn't fumble at all. Devin Lloyd recovered the Ray Davis fumble. On defense, Shaq Thompson. 8 total tackles, 6 of them by himself, solo. And 1 pass deflected, and he had an interception. Greg Rousseau, 6 tackles, 4 of them solo, 1 sack, 2 tackles for a loss, and 1 pass defended. Rousseau had a hell of a game. Don't tell me we're going to have to give Rousseau a playoff designation as well. Playoff Greg Rousseau doing things that he's not normally doing. Jordan Hancock, 6 tackles, 3 of them solo. Matt Milano, 5 tackles, all 5 solo. 1 tackle for a loss, 1 pass deflected. Let's go, Milano. Let's go. Hell of a game by him. He had the 1 penalty. Oh, no, that wasn't even on him. That was on Christian Benford. But, no, hell of a game, Milano. Hell yeah. Now, Benford, he had a little bit of a rough one. He got beat a couple times, but for the most part, held his guy down. Deion Walker, 3 tackles, 1 solo, 1 pass deflection. That was a big pass deflection. It was a big one because that was a touchdown pass. And because Deion Walker got his hands on that, no touchdown pass. Jordan Poyer, hope you heal up, buddy. Hopefully next week you're ready. But if not, I like Jordan Hancock, but I hope Jordan Poyer's ready. I like the instincts. I don't think Hancock's there yet. I think you bring Poyer back on the practice squad next year or on the regular roster as a backup mentor to Jordan Hancock. I like what I see out of Hancock, but I think that he can still use some mentoring. And Jordan Poyer clearly has been a good mentor. Tre'Davious White had a day. 3 pass deflections. 1 of them resulted in an interception for Cole Bishop to end the game. 2 of them back-to-back on 2nd and 3rd down to force the Jaguars to kick a field goal. Or I think that might have been the one where might have been that drive where Trevor Lawrence went for that first down running and his calf touched the ground, and so he was down before the cut, or not by contact prior to reaching the line of game. Yeah. Tre'Davious White had a hell of a game. Taron Johnson, had a decent day. 2 tackles, 2 of them, both of them solo. Dorian Williams, 2 tackles. Cole Bishop, 2 tackles and a pick and a pass defended. Daquan Jones, 1 tackle. I mean, we can go down this, but this is a bunch of 1 tackles. Bosa had 0 tackles. He almost had a sack, but whew, what a day, man. What a day. Ray Davis, 4 kick returns, 119 yards, 29.8 per. He had to fumble, but he came back in the game and did better. And Mitch Wishnowsky with the coffin corner punt in that first half. Man, he had him pinned. It looked like it was going to be at the 1, but they called it the 3. What a damn game. Buffalo Bills just pounding out their opponents, coming out with a big victory at the end. It was beautiful. See, having a hard time calming down from this game. Still lit. Always nice after a Bills win. You damn right it is, John. Trey White did great also. He did do great. I thought we would miss Max Hairston way more than we did. Trey White was on that dude like a wet freaking blanket. Loved it. Benford holding was soft. Yeah, it was a soft penalty, but it still happened. But I agree with you. It was a soft-ass penalty. Trey Day, indeed. What a day he had, man. See, if Poyer can't play, Darnell Savage will be active. I think so, yeah, because we got to have a safety. Either him or DeMar, but I prefer Darnell. Darnell's a hitter. See, Francisco Gonzalez. Hello, greetings from Monterrey, Mexico. I'm here cheering on and supporting the children. Please send me a greeting. This is a scammer. Block. All right, so the Niners are up on the Eagles, 7-0, already in the first quarter. I think the Eagles might lose today, guys. Okay. That's too easy. Let's see. And I know I'm being quiet, guys. I don't mean to. Just give me a second. Okay, never mind. He's here. It's all good. I'll have somebody else take care of that later. But yeah, Niners are up 7-zip. But let's go back to some other games scores. It's about ESPN. Load up. All right, so Bills Jaguars 27-24. Rams Panthers 34-31. Stafford looked excellent. He's probably the MVP this year. Let's be honest, guys. I know we like Josh. We love Josh. Josh is our guy, and we want him to win the MVP. And he might, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think this year it's going to be Matthew Stafford. He's just done way too much. He's got a lot more weapons than Josh Allen, and that's where I say Josh has a chance to win the MVP still. But man, Matthew Stafford looks good. And at 37, I think he deserves himself an MVP. Let's see. Puka Nacua had 10 catches on 18 targets for 111 yards and a touchdown. Man, stars of the game. Let's look at the game cast here. Yeah. Stafford, 304 yards. Bryce Young, 264. Kyron Williams, 57 yards on the ground. Chuba Hubbard, 46. Nacua, 111 through the air. Jalen Coker. Dude, I wanted that kid so bad. I wanted Jalen Coker so bad out of freaking Holy Cross. And, man, what do you do, you know? So you don't want the Texans in H-Town. I live in Houston, and they are lit right now. I believe it. They are lit right now, but so was Jacksonville. I know we lost to Houston. We didn't lose to Jacksonville, but we barely lost to Houston, and they were kicking Josh's shit in. I'm not really worried about who we play next. I have my preferences, and I prefer Denver. I'd rather go to Denver and beat them. And if the Chargers win, then we might be able to host them in the AFC Championship game. Doubtful, but possible. But man, what a day it's been, man. Wild Card Weekend has been awesome so far, guys. It's been awesome so far. Sheesh. Like, Shakir had just a takeover of Shakir in that game. Just, we need a first down, Khalil Shakir. We need a first down, Khalil Shakir. We need a first down, Khalil Shakir. Like, the only thing he didn't do was score and go over 100. Like, Khalil Shakir is a weapon for sure. He is a weapon for sure. And then Brandon Cooks finally has given us a weapon that we can use to take over down the field and allow Josh Allen to use his shorter guys, because teams were starting to key in on, Khalil Shakir, they're just going to screen pass us all day with Khalil Shakir and James Cook and Ty Johnson, and they're not really going to throw it down the field at all because they don't have anybody who can stretch the field. They tried with Joshua Palmer, but Josh and Joshua have not really been on the same page, and Joshua's been hurt, so the deep threat aspect of our offense has been missing, and then you bring in Brandon Cooks in the first couple of games, it looks like, oh, man, this isn't going to work out, and now it's freaking working out. And now that they have to fear Brandon Cooks getting downfield, Khalil Shakir is getting all of these touches down low. And if someone like Keon can get his head out of his backside, you know, like it looks like he might have the last couple games, he could be our intermediate threat. That's what he's here to be. He's not here to be a short threat. He's here to be an intermediate threat. He's not a deep threat. He's not a guy who can stretch the field and catch the ball way downfield. He's not a guy who's really designed for short burst areas either. He is an intermediate guy. He picks up speed as he goes, crossing routes, posts, corners, post corners, or as we called them when I was in high school, a chair route, slants. Like that's where Keon Coleman deserves to eat. So you got to use the guy in the way that is best to suit his abilities. And I think that personally, Brandon Cooks has given the Buffalo Bills quite a bit of a boost to allow guys like Keon and Khalil and Dawson and Dalton. Oh, shoot. The leeway to be able to get open and to make plays. There wasn't a lot of yak out there today, guys, or rack, or whatever the hell they call them. Yards after catch, run after catch. These terms, they also mean run after contact or yards after contact. Like, we need to get some sort of, like, for sure, like, standard vocabulary as to what these terms are. Make one yards after contact, another one run after catch, or yards after catch and run after contact. I don't know. Don't care. But they need to fix that because that confuses the hell out of me all the time. He got some rack. I was like, he caught the ball. There's no run after contact there. But here we are. See, we don't have a deep threat. We don't have a deep threat at all. We didn't have a deep threat at all. We do now. Brandon Cooks is a deep threat. So I would disagree with that part. I would say we did not, but we do now. We do now. Now, back to the other games. Let's see. Rams, Panthers, and Bears, Packers. Jeez. 1 syllable versus 2 syllables. Gamecast. Let's go. So in that game, Caleb Williams and Jordan Love went the hell off. Like, they both had over 300 yards passing. Jordan Love was 24 of 46, 4 touchdowns, 323. You throw 4 touchdowns, you should win the game. Caleb Williams, 24 of 48, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 361 yards. If you look at the statistics, you would think that the Bears lost that game. And they almost did. They should have lost that game. The Packers were basically dominating that game when it comes to statistics. But Caleb Williams just went out there and took over. Rushing yards, very similar again. Josh Jacobs, 55 yards on 19 carries. DeAndre Swift, 54 carries on 13 yards and a touchdown, or 13 carries and a touchdown. Romeo Doubs, 124 receiving yards on 8 catches and a touchdown. Cortland Loveland, 137 receiving yards, 8 receptions, and a 2-point conversion he caught. Sacks, Lucas Van Ness and Booker both had 1. Tackles, Cooper had 8 and Brisker had 9. This is the game statistically was very similar for the star players in this game, but the Bears had 2 turnovers. They had 3 more first downs, but they had 5 fewer penalties in that game. So the Bears went out there and they did what they had to do. They did what they had to do. And then the Buffalo Bills. If I look at just the game cast, which is what I'm going to do now. Josh Allen, 28-35, 1 touchdown, 273 yards. Trevor Lawrence, 18-30, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 207 yards. Josh Allen wins that one. Running the ball, 15 carries, 46 yards for James Cook. 10 carries, 67 yards. Etienne wins that one. Khalil Shakir, 12 receptions, 82 yards. Parker Washington, 7 receptions, 107 and a touchdown. Parker Washington wins that battle, even though his quarterback did not win the quarterback head-to-head. Sacks, Rousseau, 1. Josh Hines-Allen, 1. Rousseau, his sack was saving Trevor Lawrence from a scramble. Josh Hines-Allen just got to Josh. Like, Josh was moving to his right, but didn't matter. Total tackles. Shaq Thompson, 6 solo tackles, 8 tackles total. Murray, 4 solo tackles, 7 total. 4 solo, excuse me. And Shaq Thompson wins that one. The Bills defense went out there and handled their business, right? Total yards in the game. The Jaguars had more total yards, 359. They got more turnovers, 2 turnovers for them, 1 for us. First downs were dead even, 20 and 20. Penalties. The Buffalo Bills were penalized 7 times for 39 yards. The Jaguars 2 for 10. How did we win this game? How did we win this damn game? 4th down. Buffalo Bills converted 2 of 2. The Jaguars converted 1 or 0 of 1. Red zone opportunities. The Buffalo Bills scored on 3 of 3, and the Jaguars scored on 3 of 4. Time of possession, Buffalo Bills, 33 minutes, 49 seconds. Jacksonville Jaguars, 26 minutes, 11 seconds. And that's the ball game right there. Red zone, possession, 4th downs. Buffalo Bills took advantage of all that, and then the passing. Guys, I really do hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy the rest of the football day. Get you some. I'm pulling for the Niners in this game. They've been my second favorite team since I was a kid. I don't pull for them, that often, but when they're in the playoffs, I like the Niners. Let's go. But guys, much love. You guys have a great evening. Do good, be good. God bless, and go Bills.